you want to use that level 1 to 3 to kind of bully the Akai, who's just going to be roaming without any real utility tools. But up against the Kaja, they're both going to be just flogging around level 1 to 3. I think it's a good move by ONIC.
So pick off or dive. Pick your poison here.
Oh, man. So complex here. GEEK fam, winning condition, very, very hard to execute.
Yeah, they need to be able to get that pressure from the early game. Let's see if they can do it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn for game number 1 in this best of 3 series. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Albert debuting on the Kadita as a mid lane. Wow.
Wow, indeed. I mean, if you want to make a statement in your first game as a mid laner, you know, Kadita, Clay has been finding a lot of success. Albert maybe want to try to replicate that success. As you take a look at the emblems here early on, it does seem like it's pretty natural for everyone. Lethal Ignition for the Hayabusa as well, something that we have seen for most Hayabusas, just using that burst even more. A boy in the mid lane, already getting chunked quite low though. So again, Albert wins in kill pressure, but a boy will be able to utilize this wave clear to try to get prio. It's a battle between these two. Meanwhile in the jungle, quite interesting as well for the Hayabusa, did not go for the Season Hunter. So Kairi should have a better time farming. And with this, we all know how Kairi likes to snowball just through farming, going and getting that level lead early on to translate it over to a first neutral objective.
I think they're anticipating that this could fall into the late game, right? With a lot of weapon masters in the hands of GEEK fam. But wait a minute, Niall, Keyboy.
Keyboy here still holding on towards that flicker. Does not need to activate it just yet. It's just a poke. All good.
All G in the game here. And yeah, back to the point, right? I think GEEK fam, they're trying to at least stave off the pressure that the mid-game power spike of ONIC can have. And so they are trying to go for late-game insurances in their talents. It does make sense. But with how this early game has been going so far, I thought GEEK fam would play a little bit more aggressive, seeing as ONIC, they're very reliant on that level 4 power spike. But so far, nothing just yet.
It's because both these teams are actually relying on that level 4 power spike. Beloy has hit his level 4 first, and Keyboy still hasn't. So this definitely will give GEEK fam a little bit more pressure to play with. Also, a fun fact is the fact that the emblems for Keyboy, every single game he plays, always 3 tank emblems. But now for the setup, let's see if Boots can actually make a difference here.
It's a 4v4 right now. I think now will prio that orange buff first, but looking at the setup here, ONIC is in prime position to respond as well, and you're the ones who look for the opening now. Oh, with the Quad Shadow, petrified, and take a look at the knockup. Luke gets taken out. First blood for the side of ONIC, and as well as that neutral objective. Divine Judgment on towards a tower, but Keyboy still has that flicker. Favorable trade towards the yellow porcupines.
Beautiful play there by Kairi. He was just being very patient there. They're both at level 4, so it was kind of a 50-50. The knock-up, the follow-up coming in from the other members from the side of ONIC was really able to put Hayabusa in his place. And this is one of the reasons why I don't really like the Hayabusa jungle right now. I feel like he's very susceptible to CC, crowd control, and that's the entirety of ONIC's composition right now. But looking at the talents prediction, it's going to be a 2 versus 4. Mirko, again, the lone wolf.
It's the curse, man. It's the curse. You know what's up here. But for GEEK fam, honestly, I think early game, this is what they kind of anticipated was going to happen. Up against an Akai and a Paquito in the jungle with Season Hunter. The fact that they went Weapon Mastery shows you that, again, they don't want to go for this neutral objectives. Kairi getting engaged on, though. Saber to escape. Let's take a look at the items here. Very quick early game for the Beatrix. He's going to hit that power spike a bit sooner compared to the Claude. Building to a BOD. And once that hits, it's going to be massive.
Lord's keeping down. The knockup will take him down. Albert getting his first kill as a mid laner for the side of ONIC.
Yeah, he's kind of transitioned into the mid lane on the Kadita pretty well. He's been getting a good pickoff and on the important members as well. So far, no complaints just yet, but here in the top lane, already a very stagnant 1v1 going on. In this matchup, Arlet versus Fredrin. What do you think?
It's a dead lane. It's literally
Dead lane?
both of these. Yeah, both these XPs are just clearing out to just roam around, to help each other out. I think the Fredrin overall will have a bit of an edge because he doesn't need to use the mana. So he can stay in this lane longer to put in more pressure. But overall, it's just both of these XP laners clearing. And Boots, as usual, already just ignoring his own lane, rotating onto the other side.
Yeah, he's actually sending CW to do it, so that's gonna be a 4v3. Oh, what happened, Niall?
Off-camera kill by the new member of ONIC now. Beloyski again pinned down. Good night. ONIC with the secure of kills and Turtle.
Yeah, that's a 2,000 gold lead for ONIC being able to secure yet another objective. And meanwhile, CW, like you mentioned, very, very individual there. Doesn't really need much help, but Keyboy here might get punished. That's definitely the reason why he goes for that full defense, talent, and emblem, right?
Yeah.
He needs something to help him out with his aggression.
He loves just staying in front of his opponent's face, and with the emblem changes, we have seen a bit of a change earlier. Here again, Boots is dealing some damage, but like expected, I mean, not enough damage to really go and take him on. But this has helped Keyboy so much in their last few games. Albert.
Oh my god, a good setup, Beloyski. Fortunately, use the flicker as a defensive maneuver. CW will secure the kill now. It's a 3v1. Skadera forces use the flicker, but Keyboy securing the kill in that backside. Now trying to find the trade. Shadow kill. Let's take a look at the early heavy spin there. Trying to somehow negate the mobility. Oh, he jumps back in as a boy gets the kill. Now Kyrie is there with the Paquito. He's pinned down and CW finding it. ONIC winning trades left and right.
That was the executioner situation coming in from ONIC, but it took 3 members to miss, and then finally they're able to punish Niall up there in the top side. That's a lot of resources. ONIC, though, still with a 4,000 gold lead. And the question is, right, you said that, okay, with how GEEK Fam has drafted, with the way that they chose their talents, they're not going to go for these contests on the neutral objectives, but last Turtle, they kind of did, and they lost.
That's the thing. I think GEEK Fam aren't really using what they've kind of built for themselves in the draft. Neutral objectives, very hard to take already because of the fact of their composition. It's more of a pick-off/poke comp. So GEEK Fam, I think at this point, they need to try to ignore the neutral objectives and try to play for the weak side. Try to go and punish CW. You might not be able to kill him, but as long as you get those turrets, as long as you get this Beatrix to that power spike, and unfortunately now, it's going to actually hit late.
Oh my god, Petrify connected on towards Beloy. He still survived, but not for long, as Albert will secure the kill in the backside, though Kyrie gets taken out by 2 members there from side of GEEK Fam. Slight compensation, but this is what GEEK Fam needs here, finding the right trade, finding the right target.
And luckily that they actually took down Kyrie in the process. They were able to punish his aggressive moves there. They're going to be able to deny that neutral objective away from ONIC for the meantime. And I saw that ONIC CW picked up the golden staff. Is that enough, Mirko, for these team fights?
Definitely. In the 7 minute, getting a golden staff is massive for a Claude. And now there's another poke attempt here. But back again to the topic, CW, if you get the golden staff faster than Chadera gets the BOD, it's already just very, very tough for Chadera, for the Beatrix. CW, you can see him starting to participate in fights compared to last time.
Oh, flicker, heavy spin, on towards Luke, and the backside, Beloyski gets taken down again. 0-5-1 here for the roamer from the Philippines, as GEEK Fam will retreat from that neutral objective. Let's take a look at Kadira there. Awkward positioning, but Niall now with the shadow is able to escape. But ONIC again winning across the map.
Ooh, Chadera actually outplayed 2 members here, but oh no, Kyrie and Albert, they're on the way. Can they do this?
Oh, Kadira has to use the flicker to get out. Again, ONIC with their domination now already invading the jungles of the Geeks.
It's good. It's really good. ONIC need to utilize this even more. The fact that they got 3 neutral objectives, that's so much map pressure for them, especially with the turrets taken down, that they've been kind of poking with CW in that weak side, giving them a good matchup. And now the Corrosion side. We mentioned Golden Staff at 7. Corrosion in 8 is even worse for GEEK Fam, even better for ONIC. They're going to start just clumping up together. At this point, they don't even need to split. They don't even need to care about these side waves. Just clear it a bit and then group up, force team fights, and GEEK Fam, they're not really going to have a good time here.
I mean, yeah, you're right? Because with how much dive ONIC has, GEEK Fam, they don't have any...
No problem. 5,000 gold lead here in hand, and another turret will fall. Luke now soaking a lot of damage. Oh, placing the towards the backside. Will it be enough to take him down? Not just yet, as Luke will be able to survive. Oh, CW will be taken out off camera there. Great pickoff by Niall.
A bit too chaotic.
From ONIC?
I think it's just really, really unfortunate for CW that he kind of went in a bit too deep and his team did not have his back in the BMI. It was Niall waiting in the back that was already kind of seen because he was seen first in that team fight. And this is what GEEK fam need to try to look for. Isolate these targets one by one. If they are able to do that, they create so much space for their back line, Aboy and Chidera.
I guess it's getting predictable, right? The movement. CW goes in, he waits for the BMI, and so Niall picked that up really well. And you're right, with the resources coming in from Beloyski here, being able to use a Divine Judgment to really pin down CW, I don't think that's a move that you want to repeat coming to this next Lord.
Take a look at Kyrie here with the fast hands. Already hand cam here again by Samsung Galaxy S23 Series 5G now. Will GEEK fam contest? That seems to be the action as Keyboy will lose his immortality, finds the Lord. Take a look at the Nibiru's passion there by the side of GEEK fam. Kyrie will secure his position there. It's a trade. Is the trade worth it there? Lord for Keyboy.
No, definitely not. It wasn't even Keyboy fully dead. It was just an immortality. Beautifully built by Keyboy, by the way. He prioritized it quite early. And this is what we've been seeing from a lot of different roamers. Immortality first item. He did go for the Dreadnought. He has a few, even a robe here. So he's just relying on base damage, not fully passives from built items, and then going for the immortality. As a roamer who wants to keep on diving, that's what you're supposed to do. For Beloy, though, he's not doing that. He's doing the brute force breastplate instantly, just wanting more movement speed in these team fights, and instantly to a robe. So his survivability is definitely not going to be as much as Keyboy, who can not just withstand in the front line, but he can actually just sacrifice himself with that immo.
Wait. If CW picks up the wand, does that deny the pressure from the Hayabusa?
Yeah, Hayabusa and Beatrix, the two winning conditions, just nullified instantly. And that's why ONIC are just, again, grouping up, utilizing another power spike. This is what you're supposed to do.
Oh, take a look at this Keyboy. This time, with no flicker and Immortal, will be taken out now. Very sneaky here, looking for the right timing. He knows the whereabouts of Albert. Will he commit this time? Albert has a lot of resources to escape, and there you go, the Petrify and the Rough Waves will take Niall to a low HP. Luke, though, re-engaging on towards Albert. Albert has no resources for the backside. It is Kadera taken out. A boy using the Wings by Wings, and this time it's Luke who is not going to survive. Two members taken out as GEEK fam. Yeah, losing Kadera and Luke.
Yeah, that's a huge advantage for ONIC there. And I would have sworn that Niall would have used Shadow Kill before Albert can use her ultimate.
It's the understanding of the player, I think. For Albert, he understands exactly how the combos work.
And ladies and gentlemen, the technical pause has finally elapsed. We're going straight into the game here, 14 minutes in, and it looks like, once again, ONIC being very aggressive, looking for just the shutdown onto GEEK fam's jungle, as both of these teams are going to be rotating for the Lord.
All right. Taking a look at the way they're manipulating these waves, ONIC definitely have a big lead. They have a slow push going on up top, and Niall is already forced to try to respond to that, but he's going to be spotted out by Keyboy. GEEK have taken control of the Lord, though. They notice that ONIC want to use it. Oh,
the conceal canceled there. Heavy spin on towards Beloy. 6 with damage by Kyrie. That's the BOD for you, and now it's a 5v4. Let's see. Keyboy now half HP. Will not be able to escape with the Cloud Shadow coming in, but Niall, no HP, will be shut down by CW. Kyrie finds the Mega, and two members left standing. Take a look at Albert in the flanks. Kadera and Aboy will not be able to do anything for that Lord take.
Yeah, that's a 1-4-3 trade, ladies and gentlemen. ONIC really pushing the tempo here. 9,000 gold lead, and they're starting to go crazy here. They're snowballing even further. Getting the Lord, they're going to be able to push this even worse. I don't know how GEEK fam are supposed to defend this.
This is why a lot of Kajas actually go for the immortality very early, because they know they're quite squishy in this game currently. And with the focusing mark, the emblems that he took as well, you can really see that again. Keyboy just has a massive advantage when it comes to tankiness and being beefy. And for Beloy, he gets caught once, he's dead. Paquito one-shot him. My goodness, that damage from Kyrie, you're really seeing that penetration from the Hunter Strike and the Malefic Roar.
And it's so difficult, right? Because even if, let's say, Niall gets a really good pick onto CW, Wind of Nature, outplay, and then he goes in with a Blazing Duet. So now CW, he's being very patient with his resource allocation. He's waiting for these really big resources to get wasted before he goes in, and the damage is just brutal onto GEEK.
Basic one who has been taken down here by the Lord. Let's see, GEEK fam, what will they do to defend this one? So, Flicker, Divine Judgment on towards the right target here. Kyrie has Immortal. Keyboy pins Nile down. Kadera finding the shutdown. Boots find Nile. Luke now will not be able to soak in more damage as Boots finds a double. ONIC still with 4. GEEK fam desperately defending their base, but Kadera finds the angle to take CW down. It's all has been resetted.
Again, it's that coin flip from GEEK fam, from Beloy. You can expect GEEK fam to make these plays happen. They can be down 10,000 gold, but with one play, Beloy can take control. And that's exactly what happened. GEEK fam have coin flipped to a winning team fight. But unfortunately for them, they've lost 2 base turrets, and it's going to be a lot more pressure that ONIC can just utilize again by stepping back, chilling a bit.
And here's the moment, right? Beloisi goes in, was able to actually get the suppress onto Kyrie, but he still had the Immortal, and he actually survived for a bit and was able to put the damage in. Chidera was waiting very patiently. Now, this is the moment where I thought was kind of weird. CW really didn't have to force the take and put pressure in that top lane, but he did, and Chidera saw where his BMI was placed, instantly dashed into that, and was able to take him down. These are slight mistakes, honestly, for the side of ONIC, getting a little bit too aggressive, not respecting the damage that Chidera already has, especially when you look at the itemization.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, looking at Claude, CW, we already mentioned the Melphic Roar in the 13th minute of the game, right? The fact that he sold his boots now to go for the Windtalker, that might hurt him. With the Windtalker, you do have the movement speed, not as much as boots though. So he will constantly need to be stacking all 5 of his stacks to really be able to kind of match the mobility he had with those boots. So now, GEEK fam can try to out-rotate him or even catch.
What? Albert inside lead it there. As Keyboy failed to cover his mid laner. Now it's 5v4 with the Laird standing. Let's see here. Will ONIC contest and be stubborn? Take a look at the damage by CW. Luke now very low. Kyrie failed to find the execution there. GEEK still hovering around the Lord. Lord has not been resetted. It's still a GEEK fam here, slowly but surely poking the Lord. ONIC, what will they do? Boots hovering around, trying to give vision. I think they're going for the contest here. Oh, take a look at the suppression. Connects. Feather airstrike followed. The Wind of Nature with the blazing duet towards the backside does not deal enough damage. Kyrie finds the Lord. GEEK fam failed to claim the neutral objective.
Interesting turn of events, right? Because initially that would have been a really good play for GEEK fam, seeing as they were a member ahead. The damage coming from Luke actually forced him to flicker out and then recall, and then it got into a 4v4. They equalized, and ONIC were able to zone out GEEK.
That's the thing, right? I mean, for GEEK fam, the thing is, for neutral objectives, even towards the very end, you still need to rely on those pickoffs. This is what the composition was built for, and ONIC took complete control of that. They understood what makes GEEK fam's composition works. It's those team fights. So if ONIC just play around, attack from different angles, it's going to be hard for them, and it's hard. Again, they bait out the Feather Airstrike before the Lord even crashes.
Kyrie.
Oh, Kyrie with the winner's run jet. Oh, what? Nile now is going to be the casualty there. CW picks up the kill. Lord marching top side. Kadera, their half HP. Still has the ass claws though. Let's see here. Base turret number 3 will be taken down. 4 members defending. 4 members attacking. Let's see. Oh, Beloyski with the flicker play. Finds 1. The damage will fall through. Keyboy still survives. Albert, though, on the other side is low. Boots soaks in the damage and gets pulled. Gets taken down as well. It's another member from ONIC taken down. GEEK fam, 20 minutes in, can still see another day.
And this is it. This is the moment that GEEK fam has potentially been waiting for. Sure, they lose all 3 inhibitor turrets, but this is when the damage has started to come through. You can see that now, in these long drawn team fights, ONIC, they're getting a little bit messy, and GEEK fam, they're winning it out and getting the favorable trades.
And if you take, wait, there's another catch.
Oh, Albert there.
What?
Peculiar positioning, punished instantly, and now they move onwards. Mid-side will fall. ONIC will have no high ground for now, apart from C-Dubs. Let's see. Concealed play. Beloyski, very naughty move there. But it seems like it's just GEEK fam still just advancing forward.
And just like that, they've cracked the mid lane completely open. Still a base turret left though. So let's talk about the details. GEEK fam, the reason they're able to finally push on and look for these crazy team fights is because Chidera, he's hit all 6 items. The real-time probability says ONIC, but I think it's a bit more 50-50 than you guys would think. Map pressure still ONIC, but the fact that Hayabusa, Nile, built the Sea Halberd, it will actually help them with clearing out the other side. Usually for ONIC, they want to try to send Boots over there with his sustain, but because Nile has the Sea Halberd, now Boots is going to have trouble on the other side of the map, and GEEK fam can completely capitalize on that with a solo kill, and if that happens, ONIC's composition crumbles.
That's not good. I mean, at this point, right, the goalie doesn't even matter, but look at it shift back into the hands of GEEK fam. And look at the way that they're positioning right now. Both of these teams, once again, they're going to try and do the Lord dance, but because GEEK fam have lost all 3 inhibitor turrets, those lanes are going to be pushing in favor of ONIC so far. So it's a little bit of homework for GEEK fam to control these lanes and the waves, but so far it looks like they're not having too much of a problem.
Luke's here, just being what Nile should have if he's utility. Luke is baiting it out, giving GEEK fam an opportunity, some space to poke. Just like this, whoa!
Wicked Divine Judgment on towards Keyboy again. Oh! Big final flash, but no follow-up. Take a look at the backside, CW with the blazing duet. Nile, though, losing his immortality, and take a look at Albert finding the kill. CW, though, will be the trade. Boots now soaking damage. Will he be able to escape? Seems like GEEK fam says no. Losing his immortality and his life. It's a 2-for-1. But Nile been taken down. Is this the right call? Is GEEK fam committing this Lord the right call? Let's see Kyrie flanking there.
Oh yeah, this could be a huge 50-50 for GEEK fam. You can see Kyrie already on the way. Suppressed hands, Beloyski!
On towards Keyboy, no immortal. Feather Airstrike has been popped. Kyrie with the right angle here. GEEK fam, they have no idea that Kyrie is top side. Albert forced to use a rough waves. 16,000 HP on the Lord. Reset it. GEEK fam says this is too gambly. Let's pull back.
They can't. All 3 lanes are already pushing in favor of ONIC. If they stayed there a little bit longer, there would have been more casualties on the board. Luckily, CW was not up because that would have been the perfect opportunity for CW to go for a split push instead. But I like the courage on a GEEK fam in these long-drawn team fights.
ONIC utilized everything they had in their arsenal. They only had 3 members, but they somehow still made it work because bottom side was pushing in. They had that split push threat because Kyrie never showed up in front. So that forced GEEK fam to understand and respect the lingering threat of a split push. That's why Luke was sent down. If Luke was still there, he would have definitely opened up that top side bush and Kyrie wouldn't have gone for the retry, but it's too risky. That's the thing. Just leaving yourself out of vision, not showing yourself, gives so much to the enemy team, so many questions, and that's why GEEK fam weren't able to do that. So now coming into the next one, ONIC once again will have to reset, will have to try to build up these waves, and they're doing it really well.
Now, my question was, that was a really good final slash by Boots in that previous team fight, and then CW went in with a blazing duet, but he barely did any damage. What's up with that?
For who?
CW barely did damage.
Yeah, I think in that skirmish again. Oh, wait.
Wicked Divine Judgment onto it. CW! A boy secures the important kill. And now take a look at ONIC. They're full retreating. Boots now will not be able to escape as he will be sacrificial lamb. 3 members left standing as Kyrie recalls. No, he does not commit the recall. Nile gets taken down by none other than Albert.
This is an amazing game number 1. Things are so back and forth. Both of them are putting a huge fight. Because that would have been really bad for ONIC if Nile was still on the board, but now Kyrie might be in trouble. Kadera!
He is spotted. GEEK fam on the move with the flicker now. Finding the space. Again, Keyboy now will be the sacrificial lamb. Saving his jungler for his life. He is down for 60, by the way.
Well played. to GEEK Fam again. The fact that they all rushed up top was amazing. They needed to do that. They did not have a retribution. It would have been a bit too 50-50. Now they have a lead. They can actually send more members here. 3 for 1. GEEK Fam will still have a man advantage even with one member staying in that bottom lane. So we'll see as CW actually has already respawned and the Lord isn't quite low enough.
20,000 in gold lead. Beloyski now has the Divine Judgment, hasn't committed just yet. Rope waves popped. Kyrie repositioning. Luke still has Immortal. Still just being trashing. Petrified connects. Immortal will be taken out. Beloyski loses Immortal as well. In the backside though, Boots causing drama. Albert finds his killing spree. Lord, 10,000 HP. Let's see. CW blazing duets. Oh, the Kyrie finds the retry. He gets taken out though. Be careful as Nile finds Albert. Loses his immortality and his life as well. Down for 70 and 60.
So that's
GEEK Fam, let's see here. Will they be able to straight push?
Yeah, so that's a 3-for-1 trade. ONIC get the Lord, but they lose the team fight. And look at the death timers. 1 minute on both Kyrie and Albert. Will they be able to extract the maximum potential of this Lord push?
I think ONIC have the right members to actually deal with GEEK Fam right now with the Evolved Lord. Remember, 26 minutes in, this is a very beefy Evolved Lord, and they need to try to keep it here. That's why you're not seeing ONIC actually clear out these waves. They're letting it slow push. They're letting it just build up here because they want to be as close to their base as possible to remove GEEK Fam from the Lord. But they're still doing a good job now with the Feather Airstrike and that Bennett's Rage. Luke, though, he's trying to force something out.
No, Luke. No Immortal, needs to be careful. CW has enough damage. Oh, Kadera pinned down. Kadera pinned down. CW now with the blazing duet. Boots finds to shut down. And now Nile and a boy and Beloyski, 3 members from side of GEEK Fam will try to defend their base.
All right, now it's not a good thing for GEEK Fam, right? They only have the high ground coming in from a boy. They have Nile for the kill pressure, and they need to still be wary of Beloyski because he still has that ultimate, but look at Boots go in very aggressively.
With the extra Lord, Feather Airstrike pop early. Awkward positioning there. Winner's Crunch and pop early as well. Let's see. Lord will now be taken down. Yellow Porcupines, the debut of Albert. It seems like ONIC prevails. ONIC strikes first.
ONIC strikes first. The